those of you who wish to renew their Microsoft Innovative Educator Expert certificate, I'll share the experience and the whole procedure how you can renew, or those of you who have not yet attained that certificate, how they can proceed and apply for the Microsoft Innovative Educator Expert program. So let's begin. So first we need to go to learn.microsoft.com. We will explore Learn. Since previously this platform was the Microsoft Education Center, it has been ported onto the Microsoft Learn, which was all a parallel portal as compared to Microsoft, but they have merged now. So if you have a profile on the Microsoft Education Center, you can simply merge it in. Once you sign in, there's the option, you should have the option to sign in over here. Once you sign in, it will ask you to migrate your data, but mind, you have to sign in with the same login ID that on which you had received your Microsoft Innovative Educator Expert certificate. So just sign it in, and it will ask you on sign in whether you want to migrate your previous data on Microsoft Education Center onto the Learn, and you have to press that option to migrate. Once you migrate, you will have your previous profile and all your certifications available that you had previously attained. My profile was also on the same ID on Microsoft Education Center, so I migrated, and once I migrated, I checked my profile whether my certificates had been moved here or not, and as you can see in the transcript, all of my previously attained certificates from last year on Microsoft Education Center are now available on Microsoft Learn, right? Now, for those of you who wish to start a new submission, unlike those who wish to renew theirs, so you will have to click this Learn tab on the top after signing in, and over here you can see the Education Center links, right? And at the bottom of this drop down menu, you will have Educator Programs. Click this, and over here you can explore all the briefings about these programs that Microsoft is providing for educators as well as the educational institutions. For you, those of you who are starting as new, they'll have to click this third tab, which is the Microsoft Innovative Expert, right? MIE Expert. Once you go into this page, it will tell you about the brief idea of what this program is and how it will be effective in your teaching. And over here it says in the second para how to join the program. So you have to nominate yourself as an educator. So you have to click this. It will take you to the Microsoft Education Center. This was the previous Microsoft Education Event Core website, over where they used to previously hold these MIE programs. So once you go through all the details that have been provided, the notices, the deadline for this year is actually May 15th, from May 15th to July 7 of 2022. And it will be continued for the next year, but again next year you'll have to renew your certification. So this will give you a brief of what MIE program experts are supposed to be, what are their role in the education industry. So you can go through all the brief and what are the who's an educator, who's a learner, and what you need to plan. So over here it says please download this Word document and use it carefully to carefully plan your response. So once you open this, it will give you a Microsoft file, right? Word file. You're supposed to download it Word format as well, right? Over here you can see the download option at the tripod corner just beneath your profile icon. Over here you can see these three dots, and over here you have the download option. Do not download this as a PDF because that would be a little difficult for you to fill if you're not using Adobe based editor or any other editor for PDF. If you have MS Word, then I'd suggest download this. That's much easier to work with. So the MIE expert self-nomination form itself is very self-explanatory. Please go through all these details. Those of you who have already submitted this, they can review all these previously filled forms to go through this. I will go into the detail of what you have to fill in these forms and how you can handle each of these questions. The most important part in this whole session is the long answer questions, where you have to describe your experiences and what you have been doing. Be elaborative, be accurate with the information, and hopefully you'll be able to join with the MIE expert team. It's a very big community. You can find this community on Twitter as well as on LinkedIn. You can find their master trainers, and if you wish to pursue courses, then over here it's giving the hint, then open the 21st Century Learning Design course 1. So this is what you have to start with if you wish to fill this form. As you would once you will go through the form, you will find it will ask you that how many modules on Learn Educator Center have you completed, right? For me, as you can see, I have completed several of those trainings last year. It's available on Microsoft Learn itself. Previously it was available on Microsoft Education Center. Now it's available on this Learn platform. It's the same old one, but now it has been merged. So these were the several courses and modules that I had covered. And by module, it does not mean the learning path, right? Learning paths are different, and modules are different. If I go to the training section, or you can say the activity section, it will tell me how many badges I've earned. Each badge is for one module. Some are just badges. They're very small, very similar. You just have to go through the data to get the badge. But some are modules. They would have some questionnaires at the end, and they will provide you with the experience as well, experience points, which you will get on your profile. And this profile is actually reviewed once you're applying for MIE expert program, right? Microsoft has another more elaborative program, which is the Microsoft certification certified educator. So it is actually a certification scheme for educators. There is an exam. It's a paid exam which you can give and earn the right to represent yourself as a part of the Microsoft official team, right, as educators globally. So MIE is actually just a brief of it. It helps you in handling the hybrid learning methodologies which you can get, and the 21st century learning design. It is very elaborative program. If you go through this, I've earned 41 badges. This is compared a very small number as compared to the information and the modules that are available, and they're very elaborative and very informative once you go through this. Now if you want to access new learning paths, then you have to simply click learn, and it will present you with some paths that you are already learning, right? For me, I'm currently trying to join their Master Trainer Academy. So I'm going through this MIE Trainer Academy program. I've completed about 41% of this module, and I will keep working on it, and each one will give you an experience boost once you complete the whole process. So once you start with each of these modules, it will provide you all the details that you need to start with. This one doesn't have a prerequisite, so once you go on it, it will tell you the overview and the learning objectives you will have after going through this module, and eventually you have to go through all the data. As you will continue, it will provide you with all the information and all the instructional videos that you will need to clear this module. At the end of each module, there's a little questionnaire that you have to score with a proficiency of 80% to earn that badge or complete the module. So go through this. This one has actually 11 units. I've completed the 2 which are just informative. There is no exam after this. some of these modules or some of these sorry units will be having their own questionnaires, so you have to fill this and to continue learning this. Otherwise you can always go back and review the information that has been provided, and then reattempt those tests anytime you wish, and then you can attain the badge. I hope this video was informative enough to help you understand how this MIE system or the Microsoft Learn system works for the educators, and how they can get themselves recognized with the global community of the MIE experts.